pudding snacks.
Oh man.
Yeah.
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 It's time.
It's like that, bruh.
Yeah.
What it do, snackers and snack X's? Your boy Gage here with Sin. It's time for us to talk about the last 4 episodes of the second season of Invincible. And before I scream the way I need to scream, I need to get a complaint out of my system.
Okay, complaints already? All right.
I hate the way they make this show.
Let me guess. In terms of how long the seasons take, and they just giving us 4 at a time, and then you gotta wait.
Bro, it's trash, bro. It's trash and worth the wait. So it's time for another episode of Spoiler Boys.
Spoiler Boys.
Yeah, you know what it is. Invincible season 2, episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8. And let me get a little closer to the microphone here. Look.
All right.
Complaint out of the way. Absolutely worth the wait.
Absolutely
worth the wait.
Yeah, Invincible don't miss so far. Like it's just
what?
It's just one of those things.
I mean, let's get into it. Why don't we just get into it? Because I want to push back on that a little bit, but it's not like look, this season picks up the way a season should if they make you wait a few months before you get it. Wait to that. Let's just get bloody and loud. Let's wreck. Like, let's just, right? The team is split up. They gotta go. First of all, my pet Martian, who've been running around pretending to be a superhero with them for however long.
Right, for a minute now.
And you know what I mean? Finally comes to light that my man is like, all right, look, Sequiz is on their way. This might be a problem. We got to go do something about this. All right, let's split the teams up. Half of y'all go deal with that. Rest of y'all stay here in case something pops off.
I would say one thing, that did not sound like a good idea to me at the time. Like, something about this just seems, I don't know, off.
I mean, look, anytime there's a let's split up gang, you already know the spooky dudeness is coming. Like, so you just...
And did it come? Good Lord.
It gets some. Yeah, look, Invincible, Adam Eve, gets talked into coming back to the team for this one. Rex surprisingly shows up and actually talks to her in a way that it seems like maybe he's growing up a little bit or something. Like, it's a little
some maturing has happened.
It's heartening, in a way, but also, of course, like, they need her. So, like,
don't be your usual dick self right now. Like, we need.
But what he's saying is right. You know what I mean? Like, he, and so he manages to get her back on board. Again, it's necessary. They go meet this ship on the way to Earth.
It was hilarious before that when they were standing around like talking about everything the ship coming. I can't remember the older guy's name. He was like, I wish somebody kind of could fill us in on what's going on here. Looking at the alien dude, like, wait a minute.
Like, everybody knows, bro.
Yeah, like, everybody knows it's you.
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, they
And then he was blown to the fact that everybody knew but him.
Yeah.
Like he was just outing it for the first time to everybody. Like, nah, we all knew.
We all know, bro. Like you just
it's the worst.
Yeah, I mean, look, they go and they handle their business. It's a fight. It gets a little intense. It's a little concerning. Sequid kind of start getting control.
Yeah.
They like, oh, we remember you. We couldn't break through your skin. We couldn't take control of you. You gotta die, bro. Like,
right. He's the issue
die.
here.
Yeah, but Invincible and the Immortal have that kind of like brief standoff in that moment where he's like, yo, you need me. Like, I'm the one who needs to go do this. You can't do this. Like, I have to go deal with this. Like, you know what I mean? And the Immortal kind of has to be put in his place and like, dog, you got to stand down.
Yeah.
Like, somebody here finally is stronger than you. Is, you know what I mean? Is able
stronger,
to do
faster, more durable. Yeah, like
like you just like maybe you can die and come back and die and come back and die and come back, but like
but
they not talking about killing
you. Yeah.
Yo, can you imagine? Like if they did what ifs for Invincible?
Okay.
Can you imagine the Sequids getting a hold of the Immortal and being immortal? Like, even if you could kill Slim, they just keep coming back. Like,
that could be a threat. That could be a serious problem. That could be a serious problem.
But as they're having that fight, and Rex just thinks, oh, we about to go off and have some fun, y'all. It's party time. Excellent. Like, nothing's going to happen.
Little does he know, it's about to get real.
Let's have an honest conversation about the joke that is the Serpent Society.
Yes. They look like a Batman villain gang.
Yeah. I mean, they're not even Cobra La. Like they're not even
all
G.I.
different
Joe.
versions of snakes, and it's all, corny and stuff, but like, you get the show.
And they're supposed to be.
Right. One thing I never saw coming from them was their ability to throw hands the way that they were, because they're such a joke.
It makes me wonder whether or not, like, they would have been much more of a joke if the rest of the team was there.
I think so.
It would have been over, like,
yeah.
Like, you see them fighting them all the time. They've been around for, you know what I mean, for a minute. They're, they're, I guess, like a Legion of Doom, if you will.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? In some way to their Justice League. They're, kind of a Legion of Doom, but yeah, bro, they came through on some like, keep playing with us.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Look, like I told you off camera, when I was sitting there watching that scene, it's like I'm watching the action scene, like, okay, let's see where it's going. But the more it gets into the scene, I start sitting like, hey, hold up. These dudes is actually whooping their little fake Justice League. Hold up now. This is looking bad for everybody. And it just kept getting worse.
Worse and worse and worse, bro. So, look. Nah, I can't think of her name. That can just like keep multiplying herself. I don't know. I can't think of her
But we
name.
know you're talking about the one girl that can multiply this now with Immortal, because
my man just kept.
That's when it started for me.
Yeah.
When they just kept dying, I was like, hey, hold on. He kind of got her number. He gonna catch the right one any second.
Her actual number, dog. Like, I don't care how many of you there are. I will tear all of you to shreds, bruh. It was getting out of hand. Like, they got overwhelmed real quick. And there's a part of me that's like, all right, I think there's a certain level of respect that like Rex automatically has for, like, he's technically team captain now. And he's ready to go in and do this. And it's like, he don't really lead missions, bro. Like, this is not a thing. This is new territory for him. Like, he feels more like a sidekick. You know what I mean? Like, he's not used to doing that. And now this is like his first big joint. And bro, he losing folks.
It goes so
left and right. When Shorty shrunk down, Ray. She was getting it for a minute.
She got the big boy. I thought she had him for a second until he flexed on her.
Which is disgusting.
Just crushed her. Like, oh,
that's disgusting.
Such a bad way to go.
Yeah. The fact that she survived that.
I'm interested in that going forward. Just what is it like for her in the future? Because she's like, how is she still alive almost? You know what I mean? Like, she's completely like almost jelly at this point, like the way that he just destroyed her body.
Well, that's the thing. In the comics, she didn't survive.
Well, those liberties you were talking about. Okay.
So I don't know what. Yeah, like I don't know what they getting ready to do with this joint.
That makes sense. Like, because when she survived it, I was even shocked. Like,
yeah.
Like, y'all sure? Like, I'm pretty sure I watched her die on screen.
A bubble popped out of Slim's mouth, and he was like, "Yum." Ew, dog, like, ugh.
Yeah.
Hey, he was just going hard, bro. Like, he literally just like ate Rex's hand. He ate that joint. If it wasn't for the fact that he had already started that explosion that was in his hand,
yeah,
when that happened,
he'd got Rex too.
That'd have been a wrap.
Yeah, for sure would have
been a wrap.
But that was a hell of a fight sequence because it was, I think, mainly because it was so unexpected.
Yeah, and then when my man showed up and just put the pistol and just,
I was like, Rex is dead.
That's it.
Then he got up and started talking shit.
He definitely did.
Yo.
Definitely did.
Oh, that threw me off. I was like, okay, what is this dude made of? I'm sorry. There's no way you just got shot clearly through the head and you instantly get up and just start talking trash.
For sure. Like, just, yeah.
Gotta put some flowers on him.
Yeah, the fact that he survived that.
Yeah. Barely.
And then let alone still won. Like, you know, Squad shows up to come get them. They come back from, you know, their little space fight with the Sequids, where it looks like they won too. Little do they know.
Nope.
And that's the thing with this show, bro. They just like plant seeds and they just don't go back to it.
That is, I would say, the most annoying thing with this show is, for me, at least with this season, because there's so many other storylines that they threw out there besides what she's going on with Mark and his family, which we're all invested in, but it's like they do something and then they just leave it there and then just don't come back to it and then bring it back up episodes later, like kind of like just left field out of nowhere. Like, oh yeah, that's right, we did still have this thing going on here at this point. Okay.
Oh yeah. Or not at all. Like, that, I do have some issues with some of the payoffs. I mean, the last episode of this season, I don't know. It didn't really pay off for me.
I feel you. Like, I liked it, but we got Langston in the beginning, and we get this very end now. Like, there was no build up to it. It was, I'm gonna get revenge and quiet for 6 episodes, and then boom, he just shows back up, and it's like just on and popping, like no build up to it or nothing.
Yeah, and he's just kind of, he's beyond crazy for almost no reason. Like, it's not no reason, but I'm like,
we didn't see the craziness develop. I would say
not really.
Yeah.
I mean, they give you like seeds of it in the very beginning, but it was so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, again, if they had dropped the whole season together, maybe it would feel more cohesive. But to do storytelling in this way, where they like plant seeds and then there's other threads that are happening that they go in and they focus on these other threads, and some of those threads get completed and some of them don't. They're starting new threads, like what's going on with Ray, Rex, you know, being in the hospital and kind of getting things together. You know, what's going on with, you know, Invincible and his girlfriend, and like, you know, just all of those different threads. His mother maybe getting ready to start dating again. Him bringing his brother home.
Monster Girl and Robot. there's so
starting
much
to
other
get, you
stuff
know,
going on.
there's so much happening, and then like you basically forget that Langstrom is even a thing. And then at the end of an episode, they just drop a thing with Langstrom like laughing, like, oh, and you're like, oh yeah, that dude. And then it doesn't. Then they don't do anything for like 2 episodes, and then the final episode comes, and you're like, oh, I mean, all right.
Yeah,
It wasn't even a fight for real. Like,
not, like your grand plan is to come here and kill him. Why is this taking you 8 episodes to just come and do that? It wasn't like you planned all this. I'm the one that's been making your life miserable these past 8 episodes or something like that. It's just, if your plan was just to kill him, you wait till, like, you've obviously had the power. Why don't you just show up and just get this over? Why are we waiting till now at the end?
you know, even he begins to say stuff like, oh, you know, in this reality, I've never run into your brother before. In this reality, you know what I mean? Like, and then even when Mark says to him, which I think is important, but Mark's like, you were trying to save me. And he's like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, that messed him up when he said that.
Because he started to actually remember it.
Yeah, and he did.
He did remember it. And that set him off even more. And it's like, well, now you just know you're wrong. So, like, you just...
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it would seem to me that... I don't know, dog. It just seems to me that that version of him should have been... Because it seems to me that it's not him and it's not his life that he's upset over. It is the combination of all the other versions of his life that he's angry about, right? Like that, those things didn't happen to him. They happened to other versions in other realities, right? And so these realities where he said to his son, everything's going to be okay. And he says to Debbie, like, what kind of thing is that for a parent to say to their kid? Like, you can't guarantee that. There's no way to know that, or whatever. And then they have the little flashback and it's like, oh, well, that's because he said that to his son before Invincible came in and killed his son. But that wasn't him who lost that son, and it wasn't this Mark that did that thing. So, like, at this point, it's kind of like, all right.
I'm wondering, can he feel his other versions?
I think what happened is
and all that stuff.
I think what happened is when that explosion happened or whatever, it kind of combined maybe that and the memories of all of those.
So he feels it just as
but
much
only
as
but it seemed to only be the anger. You know what I mean? And he's clearly smart. He's a smart guy. He figured a bunch of stuff out. He went to the best doctors. They couldn't figure out how to undo what happened to him. So he's angry about it. But it also seems like you get to this reality and things are so different that this is the point where you go, maybe I should be trying to recruit this Mark to help save other realities or something. You know what I mean? Or to help fix some of the, something like that. But I don't know, that the payoff just didn't work for me in the final episode. I didn't like it. It didn't feel like it paid off the time that I spent waiting for these last 4 episodes to come, and then knowing that now, like, I gotta wait however long before they do a season 3. I was a
little lost myself with Invincible's reaction to killing Langston. Like, am I wrong? He's never killed anybody before yet in the series?
Nah, not him. Not that version of him.
See, it was throwing me off. So, like, out of all this blood and carnage I've seen, you never caught one, like, body this whole time? So, okay.
Nope.
Okay.
I think even with that, like, I think, they've been kind of planting seeds from the beginning of at least the second half of the season that he's been holding back.
Yes.
Right? Like, when him and his father had to have that fight, and he was like, yo, you gotta stop fighting like a human and start fighting like a Viltrumite. Like, these are not people. It's just not a fight. They're trying to kill you. So you have to kill them or they're going to kill you. And remember, like, he couldn't do it. Like, he's holding back.
He started to let go and started, getting nice with it. But yeah, he's been holding back.
But he doesn't. Like, there's a there's a scene where he's in that fight and his father does like the same combo that he does, but his father like ends the combo with like a straight hand and chops Shorty's neck off and kills him, and he doesn't. He ends the combo with a punch instead of the slice, and it's like he could have killed Shorty, he didn't.
Right.
So he
still
it's just
green.
not, again, he hasn't caught bodies, but it's again because of his fear of becoming his father. He's trying so hard not to be the thing that Langstrom showed up to blame him for. You know what I mean? And then Langstrom basically pushes him to the point where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to kill you, dog. Like, I don't, you know." But
because he made that comment about like, I'm stronger now, like I'm tougher now, and some of that. Mark's
I
like,
had them get me, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's go. And went in his dad's bag and ended up, becoming the thing that he feared.
But not even. I don't even think he really went in his dad's bag. Like, I just think
he
wasn't trying to kill him.
No, he was trying to, like just how it all happened. I think he wasn't trying to kill him. No, I agree. He was trying to whoop the living S out of him. Ended up killing him because of that. By the time he came out of his like rage, like just being so pissed off, angry, like the damage was the damage was already done so bad. In Invincible, the show didn't even show what he did to Slim. That's how you know it was bad.
Correct.
I just watched Rex get his head shot in point blank, bleeding everywhere, and get him talking trash. Like, and y'all not showing this. This must be very, very bad what he did. Yeah,
that's real bad. And for a second, I thought Slim was gonna come back. Like when Mark started walking away from it, talking about, "Oh my God, like look what I did. You said you were strong. I didn't mean to do it." You know, when he's having all of those thoughts or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, "Hey, yo, you're stuck. Like, how are you gonna get back?" You know what I mean? I thought for a split second, Langstrom was gonna get up. That he was gonna, like, I don't know, heal himself, or there was gonna be something more to it. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's the thing that actually kind of messed me up, was like, oh no, he really did just beat the brakes off Slim. And like,
yeah.
It seemed like it was gonna. I don't know. Like, I was disappointed, I think, because it seemed like it was gonna be a thing for a moment, because Langstrom was getting the best of him and was talking that talk. You know, them doctors that couldn't do that.
I thought this would be a longer joint myself. Yeah, I thought this would last a little longer, maybe another season. He would still be around. It was like, nope.
I didn't even need that. I just wanted it to be a good fight, and it wasn't.
It was a one-sided ass kicking.
He beat the brakes off of Slim, which is kind of like not the direction I was expecting it to go, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just think I ended up disappointed because they started this season focused on Langstrom and them building him up, and it was just like, not that he could not have been an incredible threat, because the way that he was just like, man, I dropped him into another dimension. Yeah. Man, I thought, you know what I mean? Like, and Invincible, as fast as he was, as strong as he was, he just couldn't.
When he broke his mother's arms, I was done. When he broke his mother's arm, I was done. I was like, Slim, woo, Invincible.
Mm-hmm. So when that happened, I was like, oh, he's strong. He just did that. Like, he just snapped her joint, bones out, straight all of that. Baby crying. A part of me was like, I hope that.
Hey, whoop up, Oliver.
Right, yeah, like, I was ooh, hey. Boy, Oliver, if you don't just.
Mom was still a G in that moment.
Purple ass up and punish Slim.
She was still a G in that moment.
Definitely. Oof. Definitely. 100%, bro. Like, like.
Love my dude.
But I get it, man. Like, a lot of what I really like about Invincible are the same things that I like about Spider-Man. It's the Peter Parker. It's the like trying to live and have a regular life.
Yeah. But
being stuck being, who you are. And so, like, even as he seems like he's making the decision, all right, I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna go back to school. Such and such can wait. I really need to focus on my girlfriend. Mm-hmm. We need to make this happen. I'm gonna fly her, I'm gonna take her on a date, and and the next thing you know, Shorty neck is just in this random Viltrumite Young's hands.
Hey, bruh. You just see her holding that like, that's why I swear, if you don't believe me right now, I'm snapping this joke.
I'm just,
I'm
gonna pop all of this. And like, the fear in his girlfriend's face.
Yes.
The reality of like,
all of it setting in. Yeah.
This is so wonderful. We flew, you know what I'm saying? Like, we having like the music cues in this show, bruh. They fly through the air. She got her fingers in the water, and they go. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, this is kind of incredible.
And just
you know what I mean?
She was reminded of how real this world is that he's in. Just like
that whole like, again, bro. That whole like Peter Parker told Mary Jane who he was, broke the silence, let her in, and it's like, what happens if something happens to her? Like, I can't tell people who I am because it puts my family and people around me in danger. And even when Langstrom was talking to him, and Langstrom was like, it's the only reality where like people don't know who you are. You know what I mean? He's like, every other reality, like your identity is not like a secret. Like, everybody knows. Which I felt like they were leading somewhere with that, and then it just doesn't go anywhere. Like, it's just so weird, bro. Like, I don't know. I'll be honest, man. Like, that last episode, it opens up a lot of things, sure, but like, I was very disappointed, to be honest.
I was disappointed in the last episode with how he got back home. Like, just the plot armor of it, just, hey, the Guardians show up. We knew you'd be here, right here at this time, to get you back home. We're like, really? Just that easy? Like, there's no struggle or self-learning or just nothing. It's just, we knew he was going to be here at this time, so we pulled up to, just get you back home real quick. Like,
yeah, but there are things they did with that are like, okay, obviously, Eve tells him, like, yo, listen, you need to tell her, like, don't hold back. And then, of course, he doesn't. What are you doing, Mark?
I think, that'll be next season thing.
Maybe.
We'll get into it next season.
But also, Robot takes the helmet off, and that's damn sure Rex.
Yeah, that messed me up. Like, is Rex still leading?
Well, because Slim is a clone of Rex.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So he's always gonna look like Rex regardless. Yeah.
So growing up, it just was weird though. Like,
that's one of the things you got to remember. Like, he's just him.
But clearly they get old, and then like Monster Girl's still there, so they must have figured out how to keep her from getting younger. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, or something. So they like drop some weird seeds in that joint, just, you know what I'm saying, then and there. The fact that the Immortal goes to his little, we're gonna call it his Fortress of Solitude,
right? No cabin
where he's been, like, you see all the stuff that, that man was Abraham Lincoln, so like he has a Lincoln hat, he has like, because he looked just like Abraham Lincoln, which is crazy, but like he was Abraham Lincoln, you know what I'm saying, in their reality or whatever. So he just has all this stuff, and then she shows up like, I got advised to just keep a copy of myself somewhere safe where nobody. I was
like, that's the smartest thing, because I would have done that too if I was her.
That's exactly, bro. There's no way.
Yep, I'd always have one on standby. You just stay on the other side of the world, live your life. We'll take care of the superhero stuff over here.
You let us do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was cool. I was happy about that. Good to see that, because she had the 0. They all got numbers on them.
Yeah.
When she multiplies or whatever, and that joint had the 0 on it. That was clean. Man, that Sequid joint with Slim threw up in the apartment and just got taken over again. Just dropped another season. It's like, all right, well, where are we going? What are we doing? What's going to happen?
Gotta wait till next season.
That's stupid, bro.
Still
like,
dealing with these things. They did it last season too. The same thing. Oh, he's infected. We're just gonna leave that there for now and just not come back to that till next season. They did the same thing with the Sequids last season, and apparently it's still a thing, because we're gonna be continuing it at some random episode next season. is what it is.
I mean, look, as a whole, bro, like I really. I mean, though, they had Spider-Man in this joint.
That was so freaking hilarious. Because before I even saw the fake Spider-Man, when I see the dude, I was like, look at this fake ass Doc Ock. Right? I said that out loud watching it. And also Spider-Man, I just started dying laughing. I was like, oh, I wish I was watching this with me right now. Because this would be so hilarious.
Hey, Slim, when he went into the reality, he was talking to Batman?
Yes.
Come on, dog. But they actually did. So, there was speculation that Spider-Man was actually going to be in this season because they do have a crossover in the actual comic book where they do meet, and it's like, dog, don't play with me. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, don't play with me. But of course they didn't do it. But it was cool to get like fake arachnid guy, and he's like, yo, listen, I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude's not, or he's not dead. Like he's definitely the villain. You know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Hey, shout out to my guy Alan for being still alive.
Listen,
stronger than ever now,
bro.
That had me so hyped.
Is a G.
I was so hyped. I was so mad. The first half is the way they did Alan. Like, oh, that hurts. But knowing he's still around now, and he's stronger, and he's kind of undercover, trying to get.
He was like, he was clowning Shorty when she was fighting. He was clowning that youngin.
He's like, oh, I took that. Oh, okay.
That wasn't bad at all.
They got quickly just smartened up. All right, let me just sell this. Let me just.
Yep. They didn't get into the books. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get the books back to my man. Like, there's so many threads, bro, that they just, like, here's a thread, and then they just don't touch. He just in the joint. In my man's head, like, yo, you remember me? Yeah, I remember you. What are you doing? You know, like, why are you here, bro?
Hey, I hit a mark, and he told me, and just trying to give him a joy. Like, man, leave my son out of this. Like, we need your boy.
Can't do it.
Yeah, sorry.
Gonna need Slim.
He's him. I'm just letting you know. Like, he raised a good one.
Alan is him.
Oh, I can't wait to see Alan get some payback. Y'all knocked my eye out my head.
Bruh. Straight up. Yeah, that's also definitely how you know Langstrom's whooping was that was pretty serious, because they just showed my man Alan get his eye knocked out his face.
Yes. But
yeah. Hey, look, bro, like, as a whole, the season's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the grand scheme of all 8 episodes, man, oh my God, it's such a solid season, right? These 4 episodes are solid. The first 3, I think, are incredible. The last episode, I think, I honestly, again, I'm disappointed. Like, I was disappointed with the way that episode ended. Langstrom was just like a flop for me. Like, it just was like, all right. I mean, that's cool. He has these powers. He can do all this stuff, but like,
yeah, I didn't mind, like we talked, how he was, manipulating Mark through things, whether teasing him with torturing his brother and his mother. Like, all that stuff was fine, but after it's all over, when you sit back and look at it, like we've been talking about, it's like, okay, like, that's. I thought Langston was supposed to be bigger than that. That's how we started everything. Like, and that's just.
That whole thing, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to make you suffer. It does make me wonder whether there's a version of Langstrom somewhere else that has figured out some of that stuff and Slim does pop back up. You know what I mean? Or something like that. But, like, I'm also going to tell you that I don't feel like I need to be patient enough to wait for that. So, like, I'm about to just read through the comics. Like, I can't. And also because I know now that they really are doing, like, I knew, they take some liberties with this stuff, but they really are doing some stuff different. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like, well, at least I can go read it and get my feel and kind of have some ideas, but they still have some liberties to do things that they want to do that are going to be different in the show. But it's just like, when is this happening? I imagine we're not getting season 3 until next year sometime. And then they're probably going to do the same dumb thing where it's like, well, we're going to give you 4 episodes and we're going to give you 4 more. Dog, don't do that. Just drop them joints, bro. Don't, like, because the way that the show is built with cliffhangers and the different threads, it just makes it to me more difficult to kind of keep pace of everything that's going on. And so while I like the way the show is written and put together, I think it makes more sense if it's more cohesive and you're getting it, even if it's not all at once. I'd be fine if they just drop an episode every week for 8 weeks straight.
So either weekly or do the whole thing, but don't give us the two
Bro,
big chunks.
don't give me 4 episodes over the course of 4 weeks and then make me wait 3 months, 4 months. Like, you don't even have, you got to remember that when they ended the first half of this season, they hadn't even announced when the second half was coming yet.
True.
We had to wait to get a trailer for when that joint was coming, which is like cool. I'm excited about it because now we know when it's coming. But bro, you got threads that are like sewn up, and like stop trying to force me to go back and rewatch the joint. You know what I mean? Before, like, just give me the joint, dog. Yeah. Just give me the joint. So overall, bro, I mean, I give this season, I think it's a solid 8. You know what I mean? I think it would be higher. I'd be at a 9. I think if I wasn't as disappointed with the final episode as I was. You know, it just kind of leaves a lot of cliffhangers and stuff like that. And I think that would be more satisfying if I didn't know that we're going to be waiting like a year or whatever before we see whatever the rest of this is. Mm-hmm. So that kind of bothers me. But as a whole, season 8, these episodes, this run of 4, I'd put at a 7 because those episodes alone, there's some strength in there. There's a lot that's happening. I love the majority of it, but when the final episode doesn't quite sell it, a lot happens, bro. But I feel like we're gonna get a time jump.
I think so too. Come back. At least to age up Oliver a little bit. I think we'll get some.
And again, it don't take long for him to age up, but
6 months or something like that. Time will go by. Give him time to age up a little bit. Start learning from his brother how to use his abilities and stuff like that. I think that's where we're heading to starting next season. Something along those lines. Along with him trying to deal with the aftermath of killing, becoming his father.
Yeah. Where are you score-wise?
I'm at an 8 for the season overall. These past, I'm the same for both. The whole season as a whole, okay. These last 4, I'm an 8. Like I said, a little frustrated with like we discussed, the different storylines kind of starting and stopping is a little bit annoying to me with no build up in between when the thing comes back around. So if it wasn't for that, I'd probably rank it higher. But yeah, I'm an 8.
I could do with another like standalone movie in between, like the way they did the Adam Eve joint.
Mm-hmm. For what character?
I don't care.
Maybe robot monster girl with trying to figure out how to control her power.
I'd be all right with seeing Rex kind of get back to like one of my favorite things that did happen in this joint was again Rex kind of being like, dude, I need this. Like I just gotta go. Like him going off to try to handle that fight on his own, not really being able to handle it on his own. Invincible shows up to help him and he's like, can you please just take the little dude? Let me take I need this. I need to fight this big dude. And then he's got the robot arm now and he's like, man, I should have led with that. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Like, but just him again kind of coming into that maturity. Like I am very interested in seeing like where Rex and Rex's story goes.
It's like you said in the very beginning. They're making us care for Rex now. Like they're doing things to make us like to start going in that direction of actually he's not just a silly asshole of the show. Like, all right, Rex, we'll start to mess with you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's what the season was for him, and it'll probably continue to go forward next season.
Yeah, I mean, dog, his name is Rexplode, dog. Like that. So he's such a bummer. Like it's terrible, dog.
It's such a terrible poor name.
It's so terrible, dog. Yeah.
But if it
it does. Yeah. So listen, those are our thoughts for the final 4 episodes of season 2 of Invincible. I do recommend you go and check it out if you haven't had a chance to check it out. Amazon Prime, just jump in and watch.
Oh yeah.
Go from the beginning. Now you have the luxury of watching all 8 episodes together, and that I think is much better than having it split the way we ended up having to watch it. So
hey, if you're new to it, you got a special and you got a whole first season too. All great.
Do not
all
skip
fire.
that joint.
Please don't.
Man.
I made it took me so long to watch it because it was amazing.
So good, bro. So look, we have some more spoiler boys coming. We'll be talking X-Men 97 with a couple of special guests. So guys, keep your ears and eyes peeled for that. We'll see you on the next go round. With that, we're out. Toodles and loose.
Loading snacks.